What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with another episode of the Madden 23 Cupcake Relocation franchise. We are here kicking it live on stream. So whether you are here watching this with me live now or watching the edited version uploaded to YouTube later on, thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. This Cupcake Relocation franchise has been great. It's been fun for me so far. The amount of support that I've received for it has just been astronomical. This was my first YouTube series, and I've gained almost 400 subscribers from this series alone. Couple one-off videos here and there, sure, but the core, crux of the audience that we have on here has come from this Cupcake Relocation franchise. So I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate it. We're going to have a great time here tonight, but enough about that. You guys didn't come for the CJ Smalls promotional. We came here to watch the Ausin Armadillos off-season here in year number 3. So if you guys watched the last episode, you will know that we were effectively eliminated from the playoffs. So no Super Bowl, unfortunately, here in year number 2 of the franchise. But if you did watch last episode, you know we did win the Mediocre Bowl. And if you don't know what the Mediocre Bowl is, make sure you go back and watch episode 36 because it was a doozy. We finished this season at 9-8, and let's be honest, this is the 3rd year of the franchise. We started off with, a 64 rated overall team or something like that. 9-8 is about where I would expect us to be. 9-8 is, in all reality, about where I would expect us to be. And we just barely missed the playoffs. Showtime Sports, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. We just barely missed the playoffs, and with an off-season coming up here, we're going to add a lot of pieces to this Ausin Armadillos puzzle. I think that next season could, effectively be a playoff team. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. We are going to advance to the Super Bowl. We got the Bucks and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl here. And again, appreciate you guys being here. We are going to have a great time. So Bucks and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Before we get into that, let's just take a look at the stats, and we're going to see how this team finished. I did cover these last episode, but, if for those who didn't get to watch it, I want to show you how the Armadillos perform. So Damon Sanders, easily a rookie record, amassing 5,000 passing yards on the season. He threw 31 touchdowns, which is also pretty incredible in its own right, and 21 interceptions, but probably 18.5 of those were for me. How do you throw a half of an interception? I don't know. I don't question these things. All I know is I bomb lots of picks. But Damon Sanders, I wouldn't be surprised if he moves up to star development, to be honest with you. He averaged 310 yards per game, and he played really well as a rookie. Now, our running situation is weird. I have, a lot of Tony Pollard fans in the comments that want me to keep Tony Pollard this year. That could be on the table. I don't know, but we do know one thing, that Don Fitzpatrick is now our running back of the future, our RB number 1, if you will. Tony Pollard did not play good. Let's not sugarcoat it. He did not play well at all. Don Fitzpatrick answered the call. He stepped up, and not even starting, I don't even think he started half the games this season. He got pretty close to 1,000 yards. So Don Fitzpatrick is the future. Receiving, Bruce Joyner, who will win Rookie of the Year. I believe 99% sure that he will. Great season. Again, as a rookie, almost 1,400 passing yards. Yes, Armadillos will make the playoffs next season for sure, and I like the uniforms too. I appreciate that. Bruce Joyner, he played great. Almost 1,400 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, so didn't find the end zone too much. But as I've mentioned before, that really wasn't his game. His game was to pick up big chunk plays, get those 3rd and 4th down conversions, and he played great. McCole Hardman did just barely go over the 1,000-yard receiving mark, so that was great. And he also tied Jamal Agnew as our leader for touchdowns. John Mechie played well. Jamal Agnew played good. Marquez Callaway, we still got to re-sign him, and I don't honestly know if I will. And then defensively, Denzel Perryman, our middle linebacker, whom we picked up last offseason, led our team in tackles at $135, and Landon Collins was there as well. Anthony Barr was there. Devin McCourty, who played great the last 2 episodes of the franchise. He had 82 tackles as well. He might retire. I don't know. He's going to be 37 years old, and he might retire. I hope he doesn't, because we did extend his contract. Sack was Marcus Davenport was our sack leader at 6, and Ndamukong Suh, who he also could retire as well, 4.5. Jalen Burnett, our number 1 draft pick, only had 3.5 sacks, but those numbers are a bit skewed as he did miss time with injury. He was revealed to only have star development, which was kind of unfortunate. I thought maybe he would have superstar. He did not. And as far as interceptions go, Jason Verrett played great. He may upgrade to superstar. As a matter of fact, let's check the dev traits here. Well, let's look at the awards first. We'll look at the awards, see who won the honors around the league. So Lamar Jackson, no surprise, he does very good in Madden simulation. He was the MVP of the league. Coach of the year, not going to see Mike Tomlin in there, unfortunately. I guess I stand corrected. Mike Tomlin did get some Coach of the Year honors, so that's good to see. Nick Sirianni of the Eagles did win that. And taking a look at the AFC here, Offensive Player of the Year. If you watch this series reoccurringly, you will know that I hate this man. Love him in real life. Madden, can't stand him. He absolutely tears us up, and the Colts have been our arch nemesis. As a matter of fact, the Colts, a couple episodes ago, they are the reason that we did not make the playoffs. Had we beaten the Colts in that game, we would have snuck in as the 7th seed. So Jonathan Taylor, get off my screen. Von Miller, still doing it big with the Bills. He wins Defensive Player of the Year. And Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's just take a moment and bask in this glory here. Bruce Joyner wins Rookie of the Year, so clap it up for my man Bruce. But 3 Armadillos, top 3. Bruce Joyner, Don Fitzpatrick, and Taman Sanders actually 3rd on that list. But how about our rookies on this Armadillos team stepping up? You love to see it. Keegan McGriff, very close. He had 3 interceptions this year. He was close, but Isaac McCoy of the Chiefs wins that honor. Best QB, yes, Lamar Jackson, of course. Best running back, going to be Jonathan Taylor, which it is. Amari Cooper of the Browns. Okay, my home team. I am in Ohio here. Amari Cooper, I hope that he wins that honor in real life. Kevin Zeitler, best offensive lineman. Thought we would have maybe Ronnie Stanley in here. He is not in here, but Kenyon Green is. So, okay. Defensive lineman, Von Miller. Don't think we're going to see any Dillos in here. Best linebacker goes to Josh Allen of the Jaguars. No Dillos there as well. Jason Verrett, 3rd place for best DB. That's pretty cool. Chidobe Awuzie of the Bengals gets it. And Rodrigo Blankenship, best kicker. So those are your yearly awards. Now, I am very curious here to see if any of our players upgraded their dev traits. So X Factor. Who's the X Factor now? I don't think we don't have any X Factors. Okay, we're going to have to, okay, wait a minute now. We do have some changes. So Bruce Joyner does go up to superstar development with that Rookie of the Year honor. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade the possession trait. And that is huge. Having a superstar caliber receiver. Yes, I realize he's a tight end, but he still catches a lot of passes. Having a superstar caliber receiver for Damon Sanders to sling the rock to. Now, we're not going to be able to equip much on him, unfortunately. So, I mean, we'll just give him second win for right now. Yeah, Oreo, thank you for being here. I need to get some weapons, and my plan, I got a plan. You guys are going to, once I stop flapping my gums here and get into the action, you guys are going to see the plan. I have a plan in place, and hopefully we hit and get a W in this offseason. How is Don Fitzpatrick his dev trait still not revealed? So we're not going to know his dev trait until we progress through the offseason, I don't think. So Bruce Joyner goes up. That's great. Any defenders here? Let's see. Everybody's still the same for right now. And also, why does Justin Britt not have any shoulders? Justin Britt is, some players got their portraits, their models upgraded here, and Justin Britt is a ghost. He has no shoulders, so that is extremely scary. So that is the recap of the season, guys. Let's go ahead and see who wins the Super Bowl. My money's going on the Chiefs because why wouldn't it? Chiefs do very well in simulation in this game, and I think they'll probably beat the Bucs. And we are going to dive right into this thing. And let's see, they did beat the Bucs. Okay, so there you go. Got some upgrades here. Let's see if it's anybody worth noting. No, these are all just practice squad, 3rd string players. So we'll go ahead and let the CPU handle that. Don't feel like messing around with that for 20 minutes, as I'm sure you guys don't as well. 2023 season recap just showed you guys, but Patrick Mahomes does win the Super Bowl MVP as the Chiefs throttle, basically, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So there you go. So we are going to advance to the first week of the offseason. Are you guys ready? I am ready. Offseason is the best part of Madden. Yes, obviously, I love playing the games. I love the gameplay. But the offseason, ever since I started playing back in Madden 2005, I always look forward to the offseason. So here we go. 2023 retirements. We could definitely have some players on this list. And oh my God, we have a ton of players on this list. Now, Cam Newton, Mohamed Sanu, whatever, not really too many two great pieces of the puzzle, but Ndamukong Suh and Devin McCourty, we just extended both of their contracts. They played pretty good. And how did they reward us? They decided to hang up the cleats, and that changes things because now free safety is a immediate position of need. I will be honest, I did not really look too deeply into free safety. I probably should have because I know Devin McCourty was father time on this team, but that might mix some things up. So Ndamukong Suh gone, Devin McCourty gone. Anybody else worth noting? Cam Hayward calls it quits. Harrison Smith of the Vikings. I hate the Vikings. Sorry if there's any Vikings fans out there. As you guys know, I am a Packers fan, so goodbye Harrison Smith. Calais Campbell, very good career in Baltimore. He's gone. Brian Bulaga, former Packer. He's gone. Casey Hayward, Nick Foles. Not Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, who played for the Colts. He throttled us way back when we were still the Texans. He's gone. Levante David calls it quits. Senio Clemente was on our team last year, if anybody remembers that. Mercedes Lewis, longtime Packer. Randall Cobb, longtime Packer. So nobody really too crazy. But, yeah, alrighty then. So free safety, we are going to have to invest some time. Not Cam Newton. I know, it pains my heart. But you know what? The way he played for us way back in season 1, I try to forget those dark days because that was rough playing with Mr. Newtons, but he's gone. So, all right. So now we are in the free agency period. I did not re-sign anybody. There was nobody that I wanted to bring back on this team that was really worth noting. The players I wanted to bring back, I did bring back already. So for those of you who don't know the rules, here's the rules for the offseason. Now we can sign one player that is 90 plus rated overall. Same rules as last season. One player that's 90 plus rated overall. We can sign 2 players that are 80 plus rated overall. And we can sign 4 players that are 70 plus rated overall. So those are the rules. I didn't write them. Yes, I actually did write them. And I'm going to make sure I stick to them. So let's see who's available. Hopefully somebody good. Hopefully we need to bring a free safety in now. Okay, so yeah, I see it right on my screen here. And Ndamukong Suh just retired, and he was our starting defensive end. And look who is right here at the top of the board. 99 rated overall, has not a sliver of interest in playing in Austin, but I think I know. Also, Antoine Winfield Jr. as well. Now, could go either route, but I mean, come on, it's Nick Bosa. Let me look and see who the other free safeties are because we're going to have to bring a free safety in for sure. Yeah, we could go after someone like John Johnson, I think, but will we be able to get Nick Bosa? That's the question. We could also go for Jeffrey Simmons, who has more interest in being here. But again, it's Nick Bosa. Now, my only fear is we put an offer out on Nick Bosa, probably not going to have a lot of interest in being here. If we evaluate and we don't get him, somebody will probably have scooped up Jeffrey Simmons before that. But let's just kind of test the waters here. Nick Bosa would be a game wrecker from The Ohio State University, about 3 hours from where I am located here. Nick Bosa is looking for just a massive contract, 4 years, $127 million. And that's not going to be anywhere close to enough. Now, we have a lot of cap room. It's worth noting. We have a lot of cap room. So we can overpay a player like Nick Bosa, and I would be comfortable in doing so. So in order to get Nick Bosa, we're going to start out by offering him $18 million in the bonus. And you know what? We're probably going to have to go up to, I'm thinking, a 4-year, $150 million deal. I know that is a hefty bag, But even that doesn't even really get our offer that far up there. And we have, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of teams in contention here. Well, I'm going to withdraw this offer and try one more. But, you know, we have to be prepared for the reality that we may not be able to get Nick Bosa. I'm going to try to go a little bit higher. You know, we'll go maybe $160 million overall, up the bonus to $20 million. But even with that fat bag that I gave him, that did not even put us. There were still 2 teams above us. But we'll try one more thing here. We'll go $160 million, and maybe we just extend it to 5 years. That will give him just a ginormous contract, 5 years, $200 million. But again, as my man Showtime Sports says, that will be a game record. Go 7 years. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an alternative. Even that does not put us really in contention. We'll withdraw this and go one more offer. I'll try to offer him 7 years. But if this doesn't put us too close to the top, I may just cut my losses and go after Jeffrey Simmons because he will be easy to acquire. So we're going to go back to the $20 million bonus. This is just Nick Bosa is going to be the richest person in the NFL. Cupcake McGee is going to make sure that he does that. And we all know that Cupcake McGee is a baller and he does the darn thing here. So he has no problem throwing some ducats around. So we're going up. I mean, we are going up. You see, we got the cap room to play with. So that is good to see. And 7 years, yeah, almost $300 million for 7 years. If this doesn't put us up there at the top, I'm just going to withdraw the offer and probably go after Jeffrey Simmons. Boy, Nick Bosa just does not want to be here, man. Yeah, and my only fear is that if I put this offer out on him and, you know, we evaluate it and we don't get it, Jeffrey Simmons will probably be gone too. But let's look at the 80 overalls. T. Higgins, that would be a game changer. Jalen Hurts, we're not going to move on from Damon Sanders, the bald-headed bullet himself. First thing I'm going to do is we're going to go to free safety because we need a free safety now. And John Johnson is here, and he will probably be the move. Antoine Winfield would be a good option as well, but, you know, again, he has no interest either. And John Johnson's a good player. He plays for my hometown Cleveland Browns, and he plays pretty well. So John Johnson looking for a 3-year, about $22 million deal. And, of course, we're going to have to update the money. He wants to play in a 4-3 covered 3. I guess I could change the scheme fit and change it back. That's kind of cheese, and I don't really want to go through the hassle of doing that. I suppose we could, but John Johnson being 28, 3 years would bring him on board until he's 31. I think a 3-year, $25 million deal would do John Johnson justice, and we will see where that puts us if anybody else. Right now, nobody's even offering him anything, so that is good. And let's look and see who is the other 80 rated overall players. T. Higgins would be great. I got to be honest with you. McCole Hardman right now is our number 1 wide receiver, and he's not really built to be a number 1 wide receiver. He's more of a number 2, possibly even a number 3 in the slot. So T. Higgins would be nice to have. Chidobe Awuzie would also be good as well, and we saw he just won best defensive back with the Bengals last season. Our corners are pretty good, though. Cornerback is not really a huge position of need. This is the move right here. This is definitely the move. Justin Britt is terrible. He gets injured every other game, and now he has no shoulders in this game. He is a ghost. So I know T. Higgins would be great, but I haven't showed you guys the draft prospects yet. I got a wide receiver in there who might be just as good. Rodney Hudson is the smart play. He will be a superstar development player to play on that offensive line along with Ronnie Stanley. Yes, he is 35. He'll probably retire next year. We'll worry about next year when next year comes. Now, he has a lot of interest in being here, so I think that 1 year, $12 million, we'll do 12.1, make it an even 5.5 on the bonus. And let's see, Mr. Hudson here. Yes, we are far in the lead. So right now our offers are Rodney Hudson, Nick Bosa, and we got to be smart here. We got to be smart. As much as I would love to acquire Nick Bosa, it's not going to happen. I know how this game works. It's not going to happen. We are going to withdraw the offer. Can you make a slider video? What do you mean? Just to show you what my sliders are? I use right now I have the default sliders on. all 50s and then I change the injury slider to 45? Or do you mean to go into more depth of how the sliders work? I could do either or. But let me know. I'm down to do whatever. I'm here to make content for you guys, whatever you guys want to see. And I will say, last thing I'll say, and then I'll get back into free agents. I got a banger video dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure you check it out. It's not part of the Cupcake Relocation franchise, but it's a one-off video, and it is a banger. So we're going to go after Jeffrey Simmons. This is the safe option. May not be the most popular option, may not be the sexiest option, but you know what? We got to get somebody. We need a right end since Ndamukong Suh just retired. So bringing on Jeffrey Simmons till he's 30, 3 years, $70 million. I like the way that sounds. And I bet you we will be, yeah, we're the only team offering. I could probably even drop the money. I could probably even drop the money on Jeffrey Simmons if I had to, but I'm fine with that. Not too expensive. So right now we got Rodney Hudson, we got Jeffrey Simmons, and then we got John Johnson. So who is here? Where do we need to get better at? That's the question. Tight end, we're good. Offensive line, we're going to be good. Defensive end, assuming that we get Jeffrey Simmons, we'll have Jeffrey Simmons and we'll have Marcus Davenport, so we're good there as well. Defensive tackle, we got Javon Hargrave, and we also got Jalen Burnett, so we're good there. Linebackers, we're really good. I mean, right now, we're in the point where we can only sign 70 rated overall players. Josie Jewell, he might be an option. And you know what? I didn't even look at kickers. Tyler Bass, he actually, I know nobody wants to watch me pick up a kicker, but right now we got Justin Rohrwasser, who is not very good. I am not a good kicker at all, as you guys know. Tyler Bass, we can make offers on 470-plus players. So Tyler Bass will be one. We'll go 2 years, $8.6 million. He should accept that offer because why wouldn't he? I don't see any other teams really putting out an offer on him. Strong safety, we got Landon Collins. So we could stand to get a little bit better at our depth cornerback. So maybe Anthony Brown's an option. I actually kind of like the idea of bringing in Josie Jewell. Let's take a look at our team real quick and just kind of evaluate further. I could also bring in some more wide receivers as well. You know, that is also an option too. So let's look at the team real quick. I don't want to take an L in this free agency, especially not getting Nick Bosa is going to be an automatic L. So Dom Fitzpatrick, normal dev. That sucks. How did he get normal dev? He was hidden development. How did he regress already back down to normal dev? Madden is very weird, but whatever. Not too concerned about that. So we could stand to get better at wide receiver, backup tight end possibly, even though Ricky Seals-Jones did play well. Defensively, don't need Josie Jewell. Maybe right linebacker. Anthony Barr is starting to regress a little bit, so he might be the move. And Jalen Burnett went down as well. Why are all these players going down? I do not understand that. Jalen Burnett down to normal dev, how? Jason Verrett down to normal dev, how? Makes no sense to me, but Madden is just Madden, as you guys know. And Landon Collins also heavily regressing. So I'm thinking right outside linebacker, yes, and maybe probably even strong safety now, and then maybe wide receiver. So that's what I think I'm going to target here. Let's go back to the free agent class here and try to pick up some players, get a little bit better. That is so frustrating about the dev traits, man. I really hope they clean up some of this stuff in Madden 24. And yes, I will be streaming Madden 24 and starting a brand new series when Madden 24 drops. Let me know. That's coming up here in a couple months in August. Let me know if you guys want me to continue doing the Cupcake Relocation franchise here on Madden 23 when Madden 24 drops, if you want me to transition to a new series, or if you want me to do both. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to do. So let's go ahead and we got Akeem Davis-Gaither here. He has pretty moderate interest in being here, and he would be an upgrade over Anthony Barr. He's looking for 2 years, $10.4 million, and I think that if we up that to, he's 26, he could start regressing anytime now. 2 years, $11.6 million is what I like, and we are going to go ahead and stick with that. And hopefully Madden servers load here for me, which they do, so that's good to see. Strong safety. Jaron Curse, yes, please. Is there any star development players? Ooh, Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit might be the move. Start a new series, fresh start. That's kind of what I was thinking too, Oreo. So if anybody else agrees with that, I should be able. Here's the thing: Madden 24 comes out in August. I should definitely be able to do a whole nother series, a whole nother season of the Armadillos, a complete season before that comes out. And I think that that'll probably put a good bow on it. And then when Madden 24 comes out, I'll start with something fresh. So Grant Delpit here. Let's make an offer on Grant Delpit. I can't. I have all my negotiations used already. So now we have to do some evals. So here's who we got targeted. We got Jeffrey Simmons, Rodney Hudson, John Johnson, Tyler Bass, and Akeem Davis-Gaither. I'm going to withdraw the offer on Tyler Bass because I don't think he's going to go anywhere. And I would prefer to make the offer on the linebacker or the strong safety, because he could be gone. So we will go to Grant Delpit. Tyler Bass ain't going anywhere. He'll be there in the next eval period. Grant Delpit really wants to be here too, so we should not have to overpay for him. I like to always bump it up a little bit because you never know what other teams are going to swoop in there last second and maybe take him away. But that'll complete the first eval period, and I like this. This is good quality signings. Looks like we're in the lead for everybody too. So we will go ahead and do the first eval period here. Maybe if my game doesn't freeze, which it did just freeze. So there we go. Madden server is a little sketchy. So it looks like everybody besides Jeffrey Simmons signed. Did they sign to us? Yes, they did. Okay, that's huge. So Rodney Hudson, our new starting center. Justin Britt, the shoulderless wonder, can go be a backup who gets injured. John Johnson III, we got him. So Devin McCourty no longer here. John Johnson III, definitely not the same caliber player as Devin McCourty. Of course, Devin McCourty has a historic career, but good replacement. Grant Delpit. So safeties automatically improve with safeties. And then Akeem Davis-Gaither. So now Jeffrey Simmons is still thinking about it, and the Ravens are here trying to make some moves. So we may have to pay Jeffrey Simmons just a bit more, which I'm okay with. I wonder if Nick Bosa is still here. You got to figure he's not. I'm sure that someone probably scooped him up. Yeah, he went to the Patriots, so I'm sure that we would not have been able to change that at all. So I'm really glad that I'm not glad that we didn't get Nick Bosa, because come on, it's freaking Nick Bosa, but I'm glad that we went with the safe option. So we're going to have to pay Jeffrey Simmons a little bit more for me to feel comfortable, because there was another team, the Ravens, who were right there in the hunt, and we might as well just extend him to 4 years. I mean, that'll have him here till he's 31. 4 years, $96 million. I'm sure that Jeffrey Simmons will accept that offer. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't, and that does put us vastly in the lead. So now we can sign 2 more 70-plus rated overall players. So let's go back and definitely get the kicker. Yes, Tyler Bass. We're going to need him. I was really hoping that there would be like an Evan McPherson in here, or Justin Tucker, or somebody like that, because I need that attribute that slows down the kicking meter, because I am not the best at kicks. I will be the first to admit that. So Tyler Bass, yes, and we got one more player we can sign. So the question is, assuming that Jeffrey Simmons accepts, God, I sure hope he does. Let's see. Let's just look at, maybe it's a case of best player available. I do want to definitely probably get a wide receiver, although Anthony Brown would be a good, seeing as how Jason Verrett decided to go back down to normal development. Maybe he would be a good option. Punter, Corey Bojorquez, but I'm drafting a punter, and if anybody knows the name of that punter from watching previous episodes, shout that out in the chat, because this punter that I'm going to draft has a 99 rated overall name. Greedy Williams. Okay, Greedy Williams, kind of tough career for Greedy Williams. He plays in Cleveland, where I'm at, and this guy just can't stay healthy. Maybe Jeff Okudah as well. Wide receiver, KJ Hamler. Any star development 70-plus rated overall receivers? I don't know. Our receivers played good, man. Brian Edwards is here, but he doesn't want to be here. Our receivers played good. I will say our receivers definitely played good. I mean, come on. Damon Sanders had over 5,000 yards, and You don't get that all just by being a good quarterback. You got to have people that can catch the ball. Greedy Williams' defense is tough in Madden 23. Our defense has gotten much better. I feel confident Sterling Shepard, but he's 81. Probably should have made an offer on him. Man, I'm torn here. Maybe Brian Edwards is the move. We got Jason Verrett. We got Keegan McGriff. We need another cornerback. After that, we go down to Troy Pride Jr. And yeah, I think we're gonna go cornerback Greedy Williams. I think that's the safest option. If one of these guys doesn't accept, then so be it. Then we'll make an offer on a wide receiver at that time. But Greedy Williams, and he wants to be here. I mean, he wants to be in a warm weather state, scheme fit, whatever. And Mike Tomlin, it was really good picking up Mike Tomlin because now we have that historic head coach winning percentage. So Greedy Williams, he wants 3 years, 13 mil. And let's give him 3 years, 14 mil. That would be good. I think that he'll probably accept that offer. I don't see really any too many other teams really going after him. Greedy Williams. Did somebody else? Okay, I'm only looking at corners. Let me go back to top 100 here. Okay, so Greedy Williams, Tyler Bass, and Jeffrey Simmons. If these 3 players accept, that will cap off our free agency period, and I honestly think that it would be a pretty big W. So Tyler Bass, still thinking about it. Tyler, what do you have to think about? Come to Austin. Nobody else wants you. We're offering you 3 years, my man. Jeffrey Simmons, I don't see. Are you kidding me? I don't see Jeffrey Simmons. Greedy Williams signed, so that's good. Jeffrey Simmons, not here. Why, Jeffrey? Why did you go somewhere else? You had the most. He went to the Ravens. Okay, so, all right. Well, there you have it. So now we can, and again, same rules as last time. If you guys watched last season, if I do not pick up a 90+ rated overall player, which I cannot now, I can pick up 180 overall on the high end and 180 overall on the low end. And you know what? This may just be a blessing in disguise because my 80 overall on the high end is going to be T. Higgins, but we need to get a rush end. We lost Ndamukong Suh. We got to get a rush end, but I'm going after T. Higgins, man. T. Higgins is a beast, big body receiver. He's 6'4", I believe, going to be able to go up and get the ball, but he doesn't want to be here either. So we are, I don't know, teams are just not wanting to be here. No players have a franchise QB tag. Just you wait, T. Higgins. Damon Sanders will have that one of these days. Mark my words. Yeah, T. Higgins. Yes, I agree, Oreo. I think that he is the best option here. Someone said we need weapons, and boy, howdy, he's a weapon. So we're going to go. I want to get him, man. I'm not missing out on another great player. We're going to go 4 years, 90 million. We'll have him until he's 29. He hasn't been scooped up by any teams yet. Is that going to put us in the lead, though? It puts us in the lead by a lot. Part of me wants to drop that money, but I'm not even taking any gambles. I'm getting T. Higgins. Now, 80 on the low end. Is there any rush right ends or left ends? I don't think so. Jadeveon Clowney, but he's gone now. Shaq Thompson, I guess I could get him and move him to end, but he's definitely more of a linebacker for sure. Oh boy. I guess I could look to the draft to get rush end. I can also next season make 2 trades and sign 2 free agents. So that might be the move there. So 80 overall on the low end. Where do we want to go here? Jedrick Wills, left tackle. What's our left tackle situation looking like? We got Ronnie Stanley, of course, but Jedrick Wills could move to right tackle. And I think that just might be the move because right tackle, I want to say we have Jawan Taylor. And Jedrick Wills, also Cleveland Brown, might I add, so I know him pretty well. He would be an instant upgrade if we acquire Jed Wills and we move him over. Yeah, it's Jawan Taylor. So I think that's the move. Getting that player is the move. So we're gonna do that. We are gonna go after Jedrick Wills, and it might be a blessing that we didn't get Jeffrey Simmons, honestly, because now we're picking up 2 really good players that still fill positions of need. And Jedrick Wills will be the signing of the 80 overall on the low end. He also wants to be here as well. He's still young, and he wants 3 years, 45 mil. So we'll go 4 years, 61 mil. Let's hope Madden 24 fixes tackles. Brother, let's hope Madden 24 fixes a lot of things. I mean, let's be honest. Look, I love Madden. Obviously, I play it. I'm not going to be one of those people that just bash on Madden, but then I sit here and, make videos about it every day. I love Madden. I do. And I love Madden 23, and I think that they're starting to get some things right. Madden 21 and Madden 22 just sucked. Madden 23, they got a lot right. There was just a lot more bugs. There was a lot of bugs. Some players even lost their franchises. Thank God that was not us, because that would have been heartbreaking. But Madden 24, there's a lot they need to fix. So everybody signed. Did they sign to us? T. Higgins, we got him. Yes, that's a huge W. T. Higgins, we got him, and Jedrick Wills, we got him. So these are your brand new Ausin Armadillos, ladies and gentlemen. We got T. Higgins and we got Jedrick Wills. Those are the two players that we got in lieu of not picking up a 90+ rated overall, and I'm happy with that. We got Rodney Hudson, superstar development, the new father time on this team, 35 years old, but he's going to be an instant upgrade over the shoulderless wonder Justin Britt. We got Juwan Johnson, so filled a huge position of need with Devin McCourty retiring. Tyler Bass is a good kicker. Greedy Williams is going to play alongside Keegan McGriff and Jason Verrett. Grant Delpit is going to be playing over the heavily regressing Landon Collins. And then Akeem Davis-Gaither is going to play over Anthony Barr. So all things considered, I am extremely happy with that free agent class. I hope that you guys are too. And only thing we got left to do now is the draft. So I got to show you guys some of these players that I am scouting, because last draft, I don't know if you guys watched the last episode, the last offseason. If you haven't, go back and watch that. But the last offseason, I believe I hit a home run on the draft. Jalen Burnett, Keegan McGriff, Alan Schmidt, Bruce Joyner. Those were the big names. And I believe that if we hit another home run on this draft too, I think our team is going to be great going into next season. So here's my thought process. This is kind of what I'm looking at. Melvin McLeod. I got to use a private workout on him to see if he is. I think he might be a true top 5 talent, but Melvin McLeod is kind of like a DK Metcalf type build. DK Metcalf, 6'4", has a couple inches on Melvin McLeod, but Melvin McLeod, 6'2", physical receiver, 230 pounds, only 21, so very young, and not a great athlete, but he is the strongest, #1 in bench press and the best jumper. Okay, that pretty much solidifies my thought process of acquiring Melvin McLeod. And this is why I said earlier in free agency that I had a plan. So Melvin McLeod, it's going to be important to look at the mock draft and see where some of these players fall, because we do not have a first round pick. So we are going to have to move up in order to move into the first round. And so Melvin McLeod is probably my go-to. Zay Kramer, 6'4", another strong physical receiver, might also be a good #2 option. He's a good route runner, better route runner than McLeod, not as good of a catcher and not as strong. So I still think that Melvin McLeod is better. But Zay Kramer would be a good second option. Now, I was really trying to acquire Patrick Bingham, and I still think I should, because our center that we just acquired, Rodney Hudson, he's 35, and Patrick Bingham is probably the best center in the class. He's a power archetype. He's got A, run blocking, which is, come on, we need all the run blocking help that we can get. And pass blocking, yeah, I know he's faster. He is faster. But what I'm thinking is, now that we got T. Higgins, he's great. We got McCole Hardman, who is fast. I'm looking for somebody who can run those short routes. And if you guys watched, how many drop passes did we have? We had so many drop passes. I want somebody who can just go up and moss the receiver. If I need to pick it up on 3rd and 5 or something like that, I'm confident throwing to him. And I think that Melvin McLeod kind of fits that mold. Cornerback Adrian Shirley, he is going to be very good. Maybe one of the best players in the draft. Cornerback's not really a huge position of need for us now, but he is going to be very good. These two players here, Jamal Sampson and Charlie Kuhn, are both very good guards that are going to probably could go in the second round, but may fall to the third round. I would like to acquire one of them to have some good depth. I'm nearly positive these guys are hidden dev. When you see good guards like this that have good traits, B pass blocking, B run blocking, and if they're a pretty good athlete, which he is, most of the time those players are hidden development. I've just learned that over the years, ever since they changed this scouting process back in Madden 22. So Madden 22. So one of these players I would like to get. Owen Valentine, also a pretty good viable option if the other center that we're looking at, Patrick Bingham, gets taken. Owen Valentine's pretty good with A pass blocking and could have good run blocking as well. And the other players, Damian Henson, would like to get him in the third round. I have a lot of players scouted here, but the main ones that I'm looking at are the ones up here. But I got to show you guys, this is going to be a player that comes to my team. Best name in Madden history, punter, potential UDFA. We have 3 7th-round picks. You better believe your freaking britches that I'm going to use one of those. Max freaking Beretta? I mean, I wish I would have named my son Max Beretta. I wish my name was Max Beretta. That's a W99 rated superstar X Factor name in Madden, and we need a punter. Anyways, our punter right now is terrible. So Max Beretta will come to this team, and guess what? He has elite kick power, and number one, I'm fastest punter, whatever. Don't really care about that. I don't care if he had the lowest traits. I'm drafting this guy on name alone. And taking a look at our draft picks here again, we don't have a lot of draft picks. We made some pretty good trades last season, and we basically only have Cleveland's picks that we had from the Deshaun Watson trade until the third round, I want to say. So looking at draft picks, yeah, we don't have our own first round pick. We have Cleveland's. We don't have a second round pick at all. So I thought we didn't have a first round. We got a first round. We don't have a second. We have Pittsburgh's third round pick. We got Cleveland's fourth round pick. So we don't even have our own pick until round 5. And then we got 3 7ths. So realistically speaking, if we want to get some of those good players, namely that receiver, we are going to have to trade up probably, and probably have to trade up into the second round as well. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'll check the mock draft right now. It doesn't really matter because there's one more. But mock draft, any of the players that I just mentioned, is anybody, Adrian Shirley, I probably wouldn't get him anyways. I'm looking for, actually, okay, well, center Patrick Bingham is actually mocked to go to us, so that is good. That receiver, is that receiver on here? That's the question. Melvin McLeod, mocked to go 24th to the Ravens. The Ravens stole Jeffrey Simmons from me. If they steal my receiver, I already hate the Ravens because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan as well as a Packers fan, so I already hate the Ravens for that reason. They steal my receiver, man. I'm gonna have some words with John Harbaugh, not the real John Harbaugh, the fake John Harbaugh in this game. I'm gonna talk to him through my TV, and you know the words aren't gonna be good. I'm gonna have some choice words for him. So time to give out private workouts. Yes, I want to say. College Pro Day results, I don't need to look at those. I'm pretty comfortable with how the draft works, and it's, you know, when you do enough of these, easy to spot the players that are going to be good and probably hit in development. So the private workouts will be in the next one. Yes. Let's look at our team real quick because this team just got instantly better. So let's take a look at the new Dillos offense. So look at that. Look at all that yellow, man. Look at all that yellow. I love it. It is music to my ears. We got T. Higgins as our wide receiver number 2 and McCole Hardman now playing at his true position that he probably should play at, which is wide receiver number 2. T. Higgins 1, I'm sorry, and McCole Hardman 2. And then Jamal Agnew, John Mechie, I mean, I'm being a 3rd, 4th receiver, I'm good with that. Bruce Joyner, superstar. Look at that offensive line, man. All my followers who watched the first season of the relocation franchise and the second, tell me how many times we got sacked. Look at this offensive line. It is a thing of freaking beauty. I love it. And defensively, you know, not too bad. Alan Schmidt, okay. That's good. He had hidden development. He's revealed to have star, but it's good because he did not regress down like some of the other players do. We got some pretty good safeties now. And all in all, I like the way this team looks, man. I really do. Dom Fitzpatrick, he should not have normal dev. I'm not going to go back and change it, though. It is what it is. So we will go ahead and simulate to free agency recap and give out our private workouts and then get ready to hop into this draft. You guys are here watching with me. Throw a Dillos in the comment section. Throw a Dillos in the comments. I want to see who's all here supporting me. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody being here. Throw a Dillos in the comments if you are still here. So scouting, private workouts. Let's see who we're going to give these to. I know I'm going to give one to receiver Melvin McLeod. Yes, that will definitely be happening. So Melvin McLeod gets one. This is going to reveal his true talent. I think it could be a top 5. I'm not going to lie to you. Jamal Sampson, I want to see where he's at as well, because probably if we want to get him, we're going to have to move up in the draft. So I want to know if he's worth doing that. And then as far as our other private workout, is there anybody here? Linebacker Justice Spencer. I know I didn't talk about him. That won't even get him 100% revealed, though. It's not worth giving a private workout. Here's a pro tip for you. It's not worth giving a private workout to somebody, at least in my opinion, that is not going to get 100% scouting. It's just not. Yeah, I mean, wide receiver Aaron Jordan. I want to say he was a speedster. He's 6 foot. Well, he's 6'5". Okay, yeah, he'll get it. So that's going to be our private workouts here, and I'm super excited for this draft. Got to look at this last mock draft, and I'm probably actually going to take a picture of it on my phone because I got to make sure I get this receiver, and we may not have to trade for him until we make our first true pick. So let's see if the mock draft changed any. Where is that wide receiver? They still have us taking Patrick Bingham, which I think the receiver will probably have to be our first pick. Okay, mock draft is still the same, so I don't even need to take a picture of it. I'm going to remember that. Melvin McLeod, 24, and Patrick Bingham, 13th to us. So I think that we can stick and pick. And wait till we get to 13th and take the wide receiver. And if we somehow don't get Patrick Bingham, we did just acquire a great center. So I would not lose too much sleep over it. Maybe, like a half hour, something like that. But let's go ahead and advance, guys. The draft is here. We are ready. I am so excited. I love doing the draft. So glad that they changed. I used to hate when it was just, if you guys remember, just click X 3 times, and that tells you what the player is. Their scouting and everything. That was just so basic. And this scouting system is much better. Still flawed in its own rights, but it's much better. So let's see if we got anybody 100% scouted here. That's the question. I really hope that Melvin McLeod is 100% scouted. If he is 100% scouted, not top 5 like I thought he might be, but good receiver. He's the strongest and the best jumper. Not fast at all, but that's not really what I'm looking for with this pick. We got some fast receivers now, but I mean, this guy can catch anything that's thrown his way, and he's not going to fumble the ball. And he can run short routes, which is really, and I mean, deep route running is not terrible. So Melvin McLeod, sign me up for that. We gave the other one to Jamal Sampson, who projected to go round 2 to 3, but true talent round 1 to 2. We may have to trade up and get him. I got to be honest. We may have to trade up and get him. And then that wide receiver, where was he at? Aaron Jordan. Nope. True talent round 3 to 4. So he is not going to be worth moving around for. All right. So buckle up, grab your popcorn. Those of you who are still here, Oreo, appreciate you still being here. Those of you who are still here, let's get ready and get right to it. We're going to start the draft and see what happens. All my Tony Pollard fans that are in attendance, hold your breath. Yeah, Showtime, I agree. I think McLeod is going to be the pick, and I think that we're going to be able to stick and pick. So Cardinals pick a left end. We got to also look at defensive end too. Not necessarily. I guess we could look to do that next season with a trade or something. Quarterback Sterling Wesley replacing primetime Kirk Cousins in Minneapolis. All right, so quarterback goes off the board. Dexter Pippen, the left tackle, goes to Jacksonville. We have the 13th pick. I do not think that receiver will get taken before that, and he is going to be the pick, yes. Carlos Parra, right outside linebacker, goes to the Saints. Pick number 5. Pick number 6 to Pittsburgh is a right end. I looked at all the right ends. I did it off camera, and there wasn't really anybody, the right ends and the left ends. Adrian Shirley, got to check and see what his overall is at the end of this draft. I think he's going to be very good. I wasn't impressed with the defensive lineman. I got to be honest with you. So that's why I didn't really favor anybody. Packers select right guard Henry Chambers. Our pick is coming up, and McLeod is going to be here. Unless the Seahawks do something crazy. Don't make me upset here, Seattle. No, okay, so our pick is here. Thought about maybe, you know what? Let me just look at something. Hear me out here. Let me look and see if we have any trade offers that would allow us to only move down a couple spots and maybe acquire a second-round pick this year. That's what I'm looking for. Second-round pick this year. Would anybody be willing to give me a first-round pick this year and a second-round pick this year? Doesn't look like it. Las Vegas would, but I'm not comfortable waiting until pick 22. Pick 15, though. Okay, we are going to trade down with the Jets because we're only going to move down 2 spots. Oh, that's a round 4 pick. No, never mind. I thought that said round 2. Let's see. We could trade down 4 spots with the Colts and get an extra 3rd round pick. I need to get an extra pick here. That's where my thought process is. We're picking 13, and I think it's worth it to move down only a couple spots because, the receiver's still going to be there. So Cleveland, we could only move down 1 more spot, get a round 3 next year. I want a round 3 this year. It's got to be a round 1 this year and a round 2 this year. That's has to be what it is. So I think that probably the Colts, I hate trading with our division rivals, but that's probably going to be the move. Yeah, so we will make a trade with the Colts. We'll move down 4 spots. Still going to be able to take that receiver, hopefully, fingers crossed, and also get a 3rd round pick this year as well. And we're going to need that to get some of these players and probably move around. So I think that's the smart thing to do. We're not moving down crazy, and that receiver was not mocked to go until later to the Ravens. So, I mean, I guess somebody could rip my heart out and take him. I don't think that they will. And as long as we can survive 2 more picks, Melvin McLeod will be ours. Falcons, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. And they don't. So that was a good coaching decision by me. Now we will make our selection. And yes, it is going to be wide receiver Melvin McLeod. Gotta figure he has to be hidden development. Gonna be a good player no matter what. No way around it. And he only normal development. Man, that is, yeah, okay. But I mean, and only 77 strength, really. Okay, good jumper and actually faster than I thought that he would be. Pretty agile. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he only has normal development. I really am, but it is what it is. And now if we take a look at who else we have scouted, is there a way to still get, do we want to get Patrick Bingham? That's the question. Do we want to get Patrick Bingham? I know. I'm shocked at that, but I still think hidden development is great. Yes, that's what you want, but I see players that are 75 rated, 76 rated a lot that are normal dev, and, that is still good. Now, interesting, this tight end right here. So, Ronnie Ellerby, true round 1 talent. I talked about him earlier in the franchise that he may be a generational player. He's still on the board. We have Bruce Joyner. Our tight end number 2 is Ricky Seals-Jones. And I think that Ronnie Ellerby, I didn't talk about him much, I realize this, but this guy probably going to be pretty crazy. And I think that, look at his athletics. I think that I might shake some things up and try to move up, maybe, if I can do it, try to move up and acquire Ronnie Ellerby the tight end as another option. Now, let's just see where he's at here. You guys know he's going to be picked very soon, very, very soon. And you guys know where my thought process is, man. Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, he's not going to play. That's the thing. Don Fitzpatrick is still playing. He earned it. I think what I'll do is let's get on the phone with, we might as well get on the phone with the Bills. I don't know if we can do this. That's the thing. But we're going to try, and let's try to initiate a trade with the Bills. That tight end is going to be good. The reason why I didn't talk about him too much is because I was sure that wide receiver was going to be hidden development, but of course, as we see, he is not. So can we get on the phone with Buffalo, initiate a trade? Of course, we don't have anything really to give them. We can give them Tony Pollard. Yes, that definitely will be happening. Sorry for all those diehard Tony Pollard fans out there. I know there are some, and I like him. He just did not play well, man. But you know what? We don't even have our round. I forgot we traded that. We might not be able to do this, honestly. I mean, I can try to see how much they value Tony Pollard, but it would also put him over the cap. So how about the Lions? The Lions pick next. We can't do it with the Bills. Lions? Okay, Lions could get him. Maybe I'll sim a couple picks and see if he's still there. I honestly just don't think this is going to get it done, though. It goes close, but I really want to get those guards, too. I know that tight end would be great, but the guards, the guards are going to be good, too. Guards are going to be good, too. Maybe we give them our round 5 pick. This might actually get it done. Really, it might. No, it doesn't. What about, I don't want to give them both the 3rd round picks. I need to keep one of those. And probably the 4th as well. God, if I give him my round 3 pick next year, we're not going to have any draft picks, but let's be honest, Madden 24 is going to be out by that time, and I'm probably going to be playing that. So, all right, there we go. So, trading Tony Pollard to the Detroit Lions, as well as one of our 3rd round picks, and a 3rd round pick next year gets the deal done. This tight end is going to be good, man. There's no way you can quote me on that right now. There's no way that he is not hidden development. Unless the Bills take him right now, that would just be, okay, they don't. I was about to have an aneurysm if they did that. So this tight end is going to be good. He is going to be good. Mark my words. And yeah, is he generational? I don't know. He very well could be. And he is going to be our pick, Ronnie Ellerby. So let's go to tight ends. The draft favorite board, for some reason, just doesn't load anymore. There he is, Ronnie Ellerby. He is going to be a beast. He is 6'6", out of Alabama. A great catcher, a great route runner, a great blocker. Physically, he was built in a lab. Elite strength, elite speed, elite jumping, elite acceleration, great agility, great change of direction. I know you guys are probably thinking, CJ, why didn't you showcase him before? We got Bruce Joyner, hidden development. Okay, that's a good palate cleanser to make up for McLeod being normal development. And Ronnie Ellerby is going to be a phenom. Maybe better than Joyner long term, I don't know. But 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 77 strength, 82 change of direction. Yeah, I'm happy about that, and I think that was the right decision. So we don't pick again till the 3rd round. Not going to do anything crazy. You know, we're just going to stick and pick. Hopefully one of those guards is still there that I was looking at, because I really want to acquire one of them. I'm sure that one of them is going to be hidden development. So let's see what the waters are looking like. What do you guys think about that tight end pick? Let me know. What do you guys think about the McLeod pick? What do you think about the Ronnie Ellerby pick? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually happy with both. I'm happy with both. I got to be honest with you. So, okay, both guards that I wanted are gone, but Damian Henson is still here, and he is also going to be good too. I mean, B run blocking, going to be a decent pass blocker, good awareness, good impact blocking. He's 6'5", 312 pounds. Agile, which is always good for a guard. He has the number 1 in bench press, the number 2 in the 20-yard shuffle, the number 1 in vertical jumping. Doesn't really matter too much for a lineman, but Good athlete too. So I think Damian Henson will also be hidden development, and I would be correct with that. 91 strength, 80 jumping, 83 acceleration, 22 years old, out of Oklahoma State. Welcome to the team, Damian Henson. Just looks thrilled to be here with his portrait. Looks like his pet goldfish just died or something. Does not look happy, and all right, I'm good with that. So we're going to advance to round 4 here, and we don't pick again after that. We got a 5th round pick, so let's just see. This may be a case of BPA, best player available. We'll take a look and see who's on the board. See if anybody is here that I favorited. Wide receiver Nathan Hickman. He was projected to go round 2 to 3, but he's still here, and there's probably a reason for that. So I think that we probably stay away from him. Wide receiver Dorian Anthony, no, he's day 3, although we are virtually in day 3 at this point. Lance Dobbins, wide receiver, I don't like the traits there. Ben Meeks, the linebacker, we could stand to get some linebacker depth. Let's see what he's looking like. Pass coverage type, B zone coverage to go along with A to C tackle. I do like that. Is he a good athlete though? No, not really. I mean, he's elite acceleration, elite change of direction is good, good speed. He's not strong, but we do run a 4-3 defense right now. And with Ben Meeks being a pass coverage type, he fits in good with our scheme. Ben Meeks might be the pick here. We'll put a pin in that one, but I kind of like the way he could also, I have a sneaky suspicion he might be hidden development as well. But let's just see if anybody else is worth targeting. I think we're good on receivers. We know that we're good in terms of wide receiver. Don't need any more of those. Is there anybody else that would be a better pick than Ben Meeks? Backup running back we need. We do need a backup running back now because Tony Pollard is bye-bye. I know that may still sting for some of you, and kind of stings for me too, I'll be honest with you, but it had to be done. It just had to be done. Center, having a backup center, not really too relevant. Yeah, I think Ben Meeks, the linebacker, is going to be the pick here. Maybe I go for backup running back in round 5 and take that punter in round 7. Ben Meeks, though, could be hidden. He's not. Kind of thought he might be, but not surprised that he isn't. 90 acceleration, 80 agility, 79 change of direction, 77 jumping, 82 speed. I still think he's a good pick, so I am not upset with that one at all. And round 5, pick 16 is our next pick. We will go ahead and sim there and probably take a backup running back. All right, let's see who is here. Now, round 6 pick is next. I'll probably just grab that punter. I want to grab a punter, and there's a fullback that I want to get who also looks pretty good. I know punter, fullback. Look, it's round 7. We need both of those positions. I found 2 that looks pretty good. I think I'll just probably go ahead and pick those guys up. But round 5 here, let's look at the halfbacks. I want to get a backup running back to play behind Dom Fitzpatrick. And, I think that will be probably the smartest thing to do. Khalid Kramer, elusive back out of Miami, at same school as Dom Fitzpatrick, so former teammate of Dom Fitzpatrick as a Miami Hurricane. He's an elusive back, got B carrying, B break tackle, great speed. I like to see that. Fastest in the class. That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. He ran a 4.35 as 40, and he will be the 94 speed. That's pretty good. Maybe he'll even return kicks for us. I don't know. But he will play behind Dom Fitzpatrick. We only have Alex Collins right now, and I don't really want to see Alex Collins in an Ausin Armadillo uniform on the field. So good pick, I think, Khalid Kramer, former Miami Hurricane teammate of Dom Fitzpatrick. Round 6 here, I will probably just scoop up that punter. And then in round 7, I'll probably take, maybe there's somebody here. We got like 3 7th-round picks, so. But I'm not risking Max Beretta being taken off the board. Not that he probably would be, but he's our pick, man. He is coming to the team. Max Beretta, best name in NFL history. Welcome to the squad with 97 kick power, 78 speed, 79 acceleration, and a 99 superstar X Factor development. Name sounds like a freaking secret agent. Max Beretta, welcome to the squad. Happy to have you, my friend. Round 7, I got there's a fullback, and then I'll probably just let the CPU do the last couple of picks. There's a fullback that looks pretty good, also has a pretty good name as well, and we need a fullback because we do run a couple plays out of the I formation, so having a fullback, Aries Hendricks, also a great name too, and he is a blocking fullback, which is what I want. Not going to be handing the ball off to this guy, but if we run out of the I formation, I want to have a good lead blocker. Aries Hendricks looks to fit that mold with B run blocking, and he will be our new fullback. So, just kind of filling out some positions, and I am going to just let the CPU make our last 2 picks in the 7th round, and then we will see how we did. All in all, I think we got 2 hidden development players, so that's good. Number 1 overall pick was not hidden development, which is no bueno, but I still think he's going to be good. And there's a couple players that we're going to have to look at because I'm very curious to see what their overall ratings were. Ronnie Ellerby is going to be up there. I bet you any money. All right, so Melvin McLeod, even though he was normal development, highest player that we drafted, 75 rated overall, so that is great. Ronnie Ellerby, only 74, so he's not going to be generational like I thought he could be, but still going to be good. And we have 2... Somebody in the comments said earlier, we need to get weapons. I think that we just got 2 good weapons right there. Damian Henson in the 3rd round, 73 rated overall, hidden development. So he's going to be a good linebacker to have kind of sit back and develop. And linebackers get injured in this franchise all the time, as we know. So having a good one that is young and up and coming is going to be good. Ben Meeks, I thought he would be better than 63. That's kind of a letdown. Khalid Kramer, 68, but he's really just only here as a second option behind Dom. Max Beretta, 74 rated overall. There you go. And then our fullback, whatever, doesn't really matter. And the CPU took a couple players that were low 60s. But let's see how this draft was and what we potentially missed out on. So, oh my God. Hold on a second. Henry Chambers, best player in the draft. There wasn't any crazy players in this draft, 78 being the highest as a guard. But how about the Denver Broncos drafting the 2nd highest rated overall player in the 7th round? He was on my favorites board too. I don't think I showed you guys. Maybe you caught a glimpse of it. Brandon Oldham in the 7th round gem. I got to see if this man is X Factor. I don't do this for my own players, but for a CPU player, I got to see. I got to see only star. But still, man, that's crazy. Drafting the 2nd highest player in the draft in the 7th round. Okay, Broncos, I see you out here. So cornerback, what was that cornerback we were looking at? Patrick Bingham, good as well. I'm sure he was hidden development. Got to check on him. Watch him be superstar. I will be so upset if he was. Please let him be star, because obviously we did not pick him. And normal development. Wow. So, okay, I guess I'm not as good of a scout as I thought. Both the players that I wanted to take in the 1st round were hidden development. That is very strange. As you know, I drafted 2 hidden devs last year in the draft, but it is what it is. But yeah, Melvin McLeod, 75, he's up here close to the top. So, I don't think that really we missed out too good. I thought that Adrian Shirley would be better than what he is. He's only a 75. But yeah, this draft class was it was kind of mid pickings. I'll be honest with you. Nobody crazy. And I think that we did good. I wouldn't say home run. I would say a solid triple. A solid triple with maybe an RBI. Not a home run, but a triple with the RBI. That's how we did. And one thing I always like to check too, was there any 99 speed players in the draft? Sometimes there is, and usually there is. And I just want to check and see. No, there wasn't. Okay, so 96 was the highest in speed. There you go. All right, so what do you guys think about the offseason? I think that we did pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. And this is what our team is looking like here as we progress into the 3rd year of the Austin Armadillos. Pretty good. This is a good team. Maybe not great. I don't think that will be proven through gameplay, but a good team, playoff contender, yes. No doubt about it. I still can't believe that Jalen Burnett went down to normal development. Maybe he didn't play enough snaps, being injured. We know he was star. Everybody who watches this series knows that he's star. We are going to have to get another edge rusher, yes. And I will probably look to do that with, if you guys remember the rules, each year I can sign 2 free agents, and each year I can make 2 trades. So I will probably have to bring in somebody immediately as our left end, yes. But yeah, I mean, Ausin Armadillos looking pretty good, and I am excited to advance into the 3rd year of the franchise. We are now up to an 80 overall team. So just think about that for a minute. Let that sink in. We started this Cupcake relocation franchise at like a 67, 65 rated team, something like that. And we are now an 80 overall. So we have built this team up, no doubt about that. But that is going to do it for the off season, guys. I appreciate everybody who tuned in to me tonight. I appreciate you if you're a subscriber on this channel. I'm a small channel, still growing. I'm almost at 400 subscribers now, which may not seem like a lot to some. It is everything to me, and I am going to continue to pump out content. Hey, I'm trying to make YouTube my full-time job. Right now, it is not anywhere close. But if I keep getting the support like I have so far, I'm getting better with editing and content creation. Who knows where this thing can go? But my most important primary focus, my primary mission is putting out good content that you guys want to watch and that you guys enjoy. Maybe if somebody had a long, hard day at work, or they got into a fight with somebody, they're in a bad mood. If somebody can flip on my content and it makes them feel better for just a little bit, that is really what I want. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy recording it. But that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. I appreciate you stopping in on the live stream. If you watch this later, edited on YouTube, I appreciate you tuning in. Tomorrow, which as I record this, will be May 31st. Make sure you check out. I got a new video dropping. The Los Angeles Rams rebuild, but every time I win, I get to steal a player. It's only a one-off video. It's not a series, but it's good. That's all I'm going to say. It's good. You guys will enjoy it. So that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.